Hello and welcome to our video on Google Meet and how to use it for instruction. My name is Caryn Kelly. I'm one of the instructors at SOITA, one of your state educational technology agencies in Ohio. If you need to contact me for any reason following this video, my email is right here, Caryn, C-A-R-Y-N @soita.org. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about anything we talked about today or anything that you have questions about regarding using Google Meet for virtual instruction and meeting with your students. I'm going to go ahead and pull up some links that might be useful that you might want to access either during this video or afterward. The most important one is probably going to be this first one, which is the link to this slide presentation, so you can get these links really easily, okay? So that's just going to be bit.ly/gmeet2020, and that's going to get you here to this presentation that I'm using right now. Some other really important links that you're going to want to have access to, meet.google.com. That's going to be the direct link to get to Google Meet. The G Suite Learning Center focused on Google Meet, that's got lots of different tutorials, videos, articles that you can look at. So after today, if you want to review some of what we talked about or go further, do some more advanced maneuvers with Google Meet, you'll be able to do that. Okay, and that Learning Center is great for all of the G Suite tools. I know that as we're moving to do more and more online and looking for ways to interact with the kids and create more dynamic content, that's a really nice place to go to get some great tips, tricks, and ideas for utilizing G Suite's many tools with our kids. Google did recently, earlier this month, earlier in March 2020, do a webinar of sorts with Jenny Maggiera, who works for Google, on enabling distance learning with G Suite and Chrome. If that's something you'd be interested in watching, it's already happened, so it's not going to be live. You'll want to go to this link that's here, and it's going to look like it wants you to register for this event, which is passed. But what's going to happen is once you fill that form out to register, you will then get access to that video. You'll be able to watch it. And then there's a nice little PDF there with tips for enabling distance learning with G Suite and Chrome. And then there's also a collection of distance learning resources. I'm actually going to click on this really quickly, specifically for what's going on right now. But there's a really nice collection here, blog posts about using all of these distance learning resources, including Meet, with your students and for instruction. Okay? All right. Now, before we get into looking at our tool and really dive into all the great features of Google Meet, I'm going to throw up on the screen the code that you're going to need if you're wanting to get a PD certificate for watching this video. In order to access the form to receive that certificate, you'll need to go to ohioedtext.org and fill the form out, and then it's going to ask you for the title of this session and the code. So it's going to be GMIS, Google Meet for instruction, okay? GMIS, all capital, put that code in, and then after you fill that form out, you should receive a PDF certificate for watching this particular video. And you'll be able to do that for all the videos in this collection for this year, okay? So, everybody get that? Fantastic. I'm going to head out of here. So I want to talk about how we can get started with Google Meet. So there's two different ways to approach starting a Google Meet. You can go right to meet.google.com. Okay? If you are going to say, hey, so-and-so, let's meet right now, that's a great way to do it. Go to meet.google.com. You're going to click join or start a meeting. Okay? Give it a nickname, and you'll be good to go. All right? Now, in the case of using this with students, most of the time it's not going to be on the fly, because how are we going to get in contact with them, right? Maybe Google Classroom. But most of the time what we're going to do is actually schedule our meets. And if you're going to schedule your Google Meet, the best way to do that is to go to your calendar. So I'm going to go to calendar.google.com. Okay. And I'm going to say, I'm going to call this Google Meet Demo, okay? And then I'm going to come down here to where it says, and I'm covering it up. Let me go the other way. Add rooms, location, or conferencing. And conferencing is what you want. All right. I'm going to go down to add conferencing right here. And it automatically generates a Hangout Meet. Hangouts Meet, same thing, right? We've been using Hangouts forever. Now it's called Meet, and it's Hangouts Meet. You're going to see it called all different things depending on if you're reading an older article or getting a new email about it. Hangouts and Meet, essentially the same thing, okay? There is a drop down here. So once you say add conferencing and it generates that Hangouts Meet meeting, and it's got the information there, there's a little drop down. And I just want to point something out to you, okay? So there's your meeting ID that you're going to have. And then there's a phone number as well. So if you have someone that cannot join via a Chromebook or a laptop or whatever, or they're on the go and they just have a phone, they can call into the meeting and still participate with audio only. The other thing I want to show you here, though, is add live stream, okay? So Google has just announced in the past couple weeks that they are rolling out advanced features of Google Meet for free through July 1st of 2020. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of those features, and those features include larger meetings, you can have up to 250 participants per call. That's a pretty big call. Live streaming for up to 100,000 viewers in your domain, which is huge, and the ability to record meetings and save them in your drive. So those features are really great. If you're going to want to take advantage of those features, so that's where the reason I'm mentioning this is I have a button right here where it says add live stream. Okay, I could click that add live stream and it will generate a live stream for me, okay? If you want those features available to your teachers, you'll have to have your Google for Education or your G Suite for Education admin go into the admin panel, and they're going to have to turn on both that streaming and the recording. And just bear in mind that if it was turned off when you turn it on, it doesn't roll out immediately to everybody. It should roll out within 24 hours. Often it rolls out within an hour or so, and sometimes it doesn't take that long, but it can. So if that's something you're going to need, plan accordingly and make sure that that's turned on in your admin panel. A lot of schools, what they'll do is they'll go in and turn those features on for teachers and off for students, so that the teachers are able to make those recordings and have those live streams and the students are not. Okay, so that is still something that you'll be able to do. So I've made that a live stream. If that's something you want to do and you have the ability, you can do that here in the calendar invite, okay? Now, I am just going to say save. I can add a time if I want. What time is it? Let's see. Perfect. All right, and I'm going to hit save, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. I'm going to join my Hangouts Meet right now. Now, I could have, when I made the calendar event, invite some other people. I'm not going to do that right. I obviously didn't do it then, because I'm going to show you how to invite people once you're in the event, in the Meet as well. So if you want to invite people ahead of time, you want to invite your students or your class or what have you, you can, excuse me, you can do that when you set up the calendar event, and you can also do it after the fact. If you just wanted to get on and you didn't want all of the kids in with you, meeting with you, the live stream would be a really great option for that. And then you would just take that live stream link and put it into Google Classroom, which we can talk about in a little bit. Okay, so I am on the Google Meet page. Very flattering angle for me always, right? Okay, so from this page, I'm able to see what I look like right now on the screen, and before I join, I'm able to, if I wanted to go ahead and turn off my camera and mute my camera, mute my video, I can. My audio is on. I see my audio is working. Excuse me. And I've got some other options here we can talk about in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and join. And I'm in. So when your video is muted like this, you're going to see whatever your profile picture is. So if you have a profile picture, that will show up. If you don't, it's going to be like that first letter of your first name, which you've probably already seen. Okay? And then I'm going to go up here to the top right. I see 3 things. So I see myself with my audio. I can see that my audio is on. I see a little dialogue box. That's the chat. There's nobody in here. And then I see people. And right now it's just me. I'm going to invite someone else to our chat, our meet. Okay, and we'll see if they want to join us so I can show you a couple features that you can utilize when you've got someone in there. Okay, hopefully she comes in soon. In the meantime, we can look at some other stuff, okay? So when you open up this little sidebar, when you click on the chat or the people, some of your options go away down at the bottom, your settings and things. So if you want to get those back, just click back onto the Meet and you'll see everything pop back up, okay? Oh, there's Kara. She's so happy to be here with us. Okay, hey Kara. So you can see it's just the 2 of us right now. So you're not seeing anybody else. But if you have more people over here, you would see a list of other people that were in the Meet with you. Okay? And whoever was talking at the time, they would be popped up. So Kara's up here behind me right now, which she's super excited about, you can tell. But whoever's talking pops up, which is really nice. You can also come over here and you'll see everybody, she's muted her video. That's a very popular option in your Google Meet. So when you have multiple people in here, sometimes people can talk over each other and forget to mute their mics and things like that. So if I needed to mute Kara over here, I can click on her name and I can click on her mic and I can mute her, and that's going to mute her for everybody. So we have that control. Or if a lot of people were talking, but one main person was presenting and you wanted to pin them to your screen, there's also a pin here that will pin them onto the screen so it doesn't switch back and forth when other people talk. Okay? We do have a chat over here, so this is really nice. So you can have some conversation going on about whatever the people are talking about. It's also great for sharing links to websites, sharing links to documents, stuff like that. Okay, there she is. All right, and then if you have somebody that thought they left the the Meet, but they really didn't, or that you're just having issues with, or they've left the room, or there's a lot of noise going on and you just need to remove them, you can also come into people here and click remove. So I clicked on her. I'm kicking you out, Kara. And you can remove them from the call. So you have those controls there when you're working with other people. All right. Now, since I set this up to be streamed, this is really nice. When you start the Meet, it doesn't automatically start streaming, but since it was scheduled to stream, it's asking me, do I want to start streaming? And I like that because that means as soon as I log on, it's not immediately streaming. I have control of that. So if you're waiting for everyone to get there before you start streaming, or you just want to kind of get yourself ready, you're able to do that. So I can just click start streaming. The other feature, remember, the advanced feature that Google has allowed us to use for free through the end of June is recording. If you wanted to record your, let me move that a little bit. If you wanted to record your Google Meet, you're going to go down to the lower right-hand corner. There's 3 dots there, okay? Lots and lots and lots of options. I can see here, I can also start streaming from this menu, and I can record the meeting. Yep. It's telling you, make sure that you let everyone know that this is being recorded, right? You can record the meeting or portions of the meeting from here. You can change the layout depending on the people that you have. So remember when I was talking about how you could have everyone off to the side. You can do that. You can have people tiled so there isn't one big one. You have more equally sized screens, or you can do spotlight where it's just showing like whoever's talking, they're up and you don't see everybody else. Right now it's just on auto, and that's whoever's talking pops up. Okay, so you can change the layout from there. You can go full screen, and then we can escape to exit full screen. You can turn on the captions. This, you're going to see those start popping up here. All right, there's my captions. This is also available when you're presenting in slides. They've rolled this out. It does a really decent job of picking up what you're saying and typing those captions below. And in Meet, unlike in slides, it's not showing one line of text. It's going to show multiple lines of text. So if I'm saying a lot, like I am now, and you missed the beginning, you'll be able to go back and read everything that I've said. So that's a really nice feature that they've added here, those captions. And if you're recording, extra helpful, right? Especially when there's not someone standing right in front of the screen like I am now. You've got your settings in here, okay? So if your internal mic is acting up and you decide to, you know, I'm going to plug in an external microphone, you can come in here and say, hey, I want to use this microphone instead. Same thing with the speakers and the video. You've got all of these options and controls here in your settings. I'm going to turn those captions off. Turn off captions. You have the option to use a phone for audio. I know several people that sometimes have issues with their audio and will call in, even if they're participating with the video, their audio is not working, they can call in, use their phone for audio, and then report problems, and help are down here as well. I'm going to go over to the lower left now where it's got the nickname, whatever we named our meeting. You can see there's the joining info again. You can copy the joining info to get it to other people really easily. You can also copy the streaming info. So the joining info is going to be what you would give people if you want them to hop in and join you and be active participants in the Meet, like we saw Kara when she joined us, right? The stream is going to be for just people watching the stream, okay? So they can just watch it stream live, but they won't be popping up their videos. Videos of themselves won't be in there, etc. There's also attachments here. I generated this Google Meet in Calendar, okay? So if I had, I'm going back in to edit it, if I'd added attachments, let's see, to that, we'll see if those turn up instantly. May not be instantaneous, right? There it is. Actually, it was really quick. So you can add attachments to that calendar event where we generate our Google Meet, and they will show up here for everyone to access, everyone that's participating in our meeting. And then remember, like I said too, if you're just like on the fly or you're not the event organizer, so you can't add attachments and you wanted to share a doc or something, you can use the chat feature and share links that way as well. Now, one of the features of Google Meet that makes this such a great tool for instruction and sharing content is this Present Now. So obviously you can use Google Meet like we're using it right now, where it's just people on there talking to each other, sharing ideas, having discussions. Great for meetings, hence the name, Google Meet. It's great if you need to have a virtual meeting with your students. You need to, discuss something. It's great for that. It's also good for presenting content, okay? So if you just wanted to do a quick screencast, Screencastify is great for that, right? And we're going to be talking about Screencastify in a different video. But there is a limit on that, 5 minutes. With this, if you turn on the recording feature, there isn't a limit, and you're still going to be able to share your screen, okay? So this Present Now is down here, and whoever is in that Meet, who has joined the Meet, not the stream, right? that has joined the Meet is going to have the ability to present their screen to each other, the screen sharing. So I'm going to click your entire screen and select what I want to share and choose share here. Right. And now I'm seeing up there, it's added that little box that I'm presenting. So those are all just visual cues for us that someone's presenting their screen, and it's me in this case. So now when I go through here and I, show something, maybe I want to go to Jamboard and pull up an interactive whiteboard and show them that really cool thing. We'll open one that we've already used. This is a nice interactive whiteboard tool. And if you're using it on a mobile device or even a Chromebook that allows app installation from the App Store, it gets really cool because it's got handwriting recognition, shape recognition. I could go on. We're not going to. But you can utilize all of those interactive tools that Google has. I can be talking to my kids about, whatever, and say, okay, everybody, I want you to jump into this Google drawing with me, and everybody add a image that you think illustrates the topic we've been discussing. And we can all come into these collaborative tools and documents just like we normally do, but it adds another element to it. So you're able to use all of your online tools. I can take my kids to Info Ohio. I can take my kids to Brain Pop. I can take them wherever I need to take them and show them right in here because I'm able to share my screen. Okay. All right, I'm going to close this up. I'm going to come back in here where you want to stop presenting. This stop presenting will stay up here, but I don't know if you noticed, there's also a bar down here that says stop presenting that kind of stayed with me the whole time. So you don't have to go back to your Meet tab to stop presenting. You can do that right from here. Just say stop sharing, and then when I go back to Meet, it's already stopped. So we can go either way. You can go back to the tab, or you can use that little bar down there to stop presenting. So in summary, Google Meet, fantastic tool. It's great for meetings. It's great to have online discussion with your kids, open office hours, instruction where the kids are watching you live. It's a really nice free option, especially with those advanced features where you can have the streaming. But since it has the recording feature available to us through June, remember that has to be turned on by your admin, by your G Suite domain admin. It's going to allow us to make some really nice instructional content as well, where we'll be able to be on the screen talking and also sharing our screen. Okay, I'm going to put my email back up for you. Please, again, feel free to email me at Caryn@soida.org. This is going to go away in just a minute. There we go, Caryn@soida.org. If you have any questions about anything that we talked about today, I hope you're really excited to start using Google Meet for instruction, whether it's live instruction, streamed instruction, or just making some really nice videos for your students to watch you demoing some different tools. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.